Okay, so for this next exercise, we are going to be creating a title block with all your project details, drawings prepared by, signatures column, notes, revision schedule, area for stamps, and our general notes plus the City of Cape Town's approval stamp slot. So let's create our title block. If you head up to File, go to New, make sure you select Family. Once you've selected Family, you should get this pop-up. So let's scroll until we find the title block template. Just look through all of this to see if you can find it. Normally it will be under T. So let's go title blocks. Mine's at the top. So check if you see this folder, title blocks. We will be working on an A1. Just make sure you select it and say open, and you'll be greeted with a blank canvas. So these lines are tricky. You cannot create new lines, so you have to work from these 4 lines that have been given to you. So let's start with our little corner over here. Select your line, just hit let's go to your top ribbon by create. Just select your line, and we will be just draw a cut like that for just to show a little square. Then we can go create, go to your dimension tab in your top ribbon. You can choose aligned, put that on the outside, and just hit. So once you have added your dimension, select the vertical line. This needs to be 150, and the horizontal line, this needs to be 100. So now we need to get rid of these overlapping lines and create an open space. So let's go to our top ribbon. Under the modified tab, you'll see there is trim and extend to corner. So let's select that. Go to your vertical line on the side. Select that first and select your horizontal line. Let's just change these dimension lines, witness lines, so that they don't snap to the lines we have dimensioned. So select your dimension, go to your properties panel, edit type. As you can see, widthless line control, gap to element. This should be fixed to dimension line. And once you've changed that, just hit apply and OK, and you'll see that witness line is being redacted and restricted only to your dimension line. So let's go to trim our top panel and hit trim and extend again. And let's trim and extend that corner. And do the same for this bottom corner. And there is your City of Cape Town or municipal stamp section. And now we need to do our actual area. So let's go to our top ribbon, create, line tool. Just gonna draw in 2 lines. Just gonna go back to our top ribbon, create dimension, angle, align dimension, and I'm just gonna make sure that these two should be the same. So I'm gonna make it 100, 100. So now we don't want to trim and extend again. So now we're just going to select the line and drag it down until it snaps to the line that's already been created. Do the same for the bottom. So I'm just going to open this as a reference. So let's start with our project details. Let's just check if 100. 100 by 114. So let's create a new line. And set your dimensions. 114.750. So we can trim and let's do cut. Go to your modify tab in your top ribbon, and we'll see if we can find the split element tool. So once you've selected the split element tool, we can cut that line that we've drawn in vertically. Now once you've cut it, you'll see it's been broken up into two sections. So now we could just press TR on your keyboard for trim and extend. And there we have our first section. So now let's go create filled region. So we'll go 10, take it back up and down. Just make sure the filled region which you have selected here, let's create our black fill. Edit type, duplicate. Remember to always duplicate. Let's rename it solid fill black. So now foreground fill pattern needs to be changed to solid fill. Press OK, apply and OK, and then you can just hit the finish edit mode. And there we have our black fill. So to quickly take this to the side. So now we're gonna select the top line, and we are going to go to copy, and we are gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies. So let's add dimensions to these lines that we have created. Just press DI on your keyboard or go to your top ribbon, create dimension aligned. So let's just make sure we can see all the dimension lines. So let's start at the second one. So this one needs to be 11.5. Third one is 20.580. You can decide on the spacing for your text. That's just the way mine has been set up. 34.420. Next one, 28.250. And this one, 9.375. Okay, so now we have our project detail section almost completed. So let's add text to this area. So if you hit TX on your keyboard, or you can go to create text, and let's call this project details. As you can see, it's currently on 8 millimeters, which is quite high and too big. So we'll need to create a new text size for our title block. Let's go to our properties panel, edit type, text font is Arial. I like to use bunch script. I would not recommend using the others because they sometimes have a printing and plotting issue when you export your drawings. So I would just stick with the normal one. Apologies. So text size, we want on 2.5. So let's just duplicate this and create, I'm just going to quickly copy that name. Just copy that to your clipboard, Control C once you've highlighted it, duplicate, Control V to paste, 2.5 millimeters. And we can, the color, we can go to the color, just go to your color palette here at the side and take it all the way up. Don't put it on white, it needs to be a bit shaded white, otherwise it will not show on the black. So just hit OK, apply and OK. And let's see. Okay, see our other text. As you can see, we go to the drop down menu. Our 2.5 millimeters has been created. So there is a background fill currently on it. Let's go edit type. Background is currently opaque. That needs to be transparent. Apply and OK. And there is our project details. So let's make it a bit bigger. So let's go edit type, duplicate, just change the name to 3 millimeters. OK. And remember to change the text size to 3. Apply and OK. There is the first one. So now we have our text sorted with our little fill region over here. So let's create another text. Just go onto your top ribbon, create text, because we have one in white now. We would need one in black as well to start filling our project area. So let's go edit type, duplicate, and just change the name to black. Everything is set as color, and change it to black. Apply and OK. So now we can just click on the top part, all caps, project. Just going to change this to all caps as well. Project details. Just align, just move that up just a smidge. So now for our project name, let's click on our top ribbon by create text, and we're going to edit this to 4.5 millimeters. Duplicate, we can just delete the 2 and 4.5 millimeters. Okay, we're going to keep it transparent. We need to change our text size to 4 millimeters. Apply and OK. So now we are not going to create a new text. Let's say project name. So that's project and project name. So if we load this into the project, go to our site plan, and we see our drawing, you'll see that it shows project, project name, project details. So now with the text, we can't edit our project name. So let's go edit family and delete project name. Go to your top by create and head over to the labeling tab. So once we've hit label, we need to add text here as well. So let's go edit type. Let's just duplicate bandschrift 4.5 millimeters black. Okay, this needs to be 4.5 millimeters. Font bandschrift, we want it transparent. That is fine. Apply and OK. So now once we have created our new label, we can go ahead and just click in this area and you'll get this pop-up. So we want this to be the project name. So just scroll until you find project name. Press on this add parameter to label. And you can give it a sample value. I like to leave it at project name. Apply and OK. And you'll see project name. So we just take our label and drag it to the side and you'll see it will automatically snap into place. So let's test what we have created. So let's go load into project, choose your residential project. You just overwrite the existing version and its parameter values because we added the label with a new parameter. So we want to overwrite what we've done with what's currently in our file. So let's just overwrite. As you can see now, it highlights our title block. But now we can edit our project name. So now we don't want it to go underneath that line. The project name needs to stay within those parameters. So let's go edit the family again. And if you can drag this, that would become our text area. So just hit load into project, choose your residential project. Okay. Override the existing version and its parameter values. And there it falls within the lines. So now select your title block, edit family, and let's go to our create tab, line tool, and let's add another line so we can add more details regarding our project. So this area needs to be divided into 4 sections. So I'm just going to go and delete this line, just undo that and create a new line from there, take the long one, drag it into there. So now the reason why I did that is when we create a new line, we have a center point to keep everything spaced nicely. So I would like to do the same for this area. So let's click on our vertical line, drag it up, go to your top ribbon, create line, drag in a new line. Let's add that space over there. Okay, so this section is dedicated to the client. Let's go create label. We already have our label, but we want to make the project name stand out. But let's create a new, go to your properties panel, select on the tag label, edit type, duplicate, always duplicate first, 2.5 millimeters black. Let's change our text size to 2.5, apply and OK. So now we can just click on this box and we can search for client name, and you could just hit the add parameter, apply and OK, and there we have our client name. So now we would like to add, to just go ahead and the text for the project, we would like to add the same effect here for client, for this area that states client. So let's go create text, because we don't want this to change. I'm going to keep all caps, client. So I want to change this to the 2.5, and we'll align our client and just space our box in. And once you've done that, you can go load it into the project. Make sure you choose your residential project, overwrite parameter values, save your project. Owner, we can make this residential owner. As you can see, it is editable to where the text stays the same. Well, there we started with our title block. And now go edit family. We would like to add a new label, 2.5, and just click on this area. We'll go look for address. You'll see project address, add parameter to label, okay. And now we want to add text again, just hit TX on your keyboard. Let's change it to the 2.5 millimeters. You can just name it address, or you can call it project address. Let's move that down a bit. So now we have project name, client's name, and our project address. So let's go ahead to the next one, create label. I want this one big. Let's call this sheet name. Just hit apply and OK. There we have our sheet name. So now I want to add text again. On top of that, drawing. There we have our sheet name. So let's just add text again over here. Sheet. Just gonna add text again. Drawing number. Just gonna move this up. Text again. Checked. By. And then size for printing size. let's add text again at the bottom. Scale. And this side is drawn by, and the date by which it was drawn. Okay, making sure everything matches. Just align your text. Okay, so now we can go back to create, label. Just gonna leave this space empty. Drawing number, click there. Scroll down and then go to see if we can find drawing number. Sheet number. There we go. Apply and OK. So that's too big. Bring it back down. And we can just scale that in there. Check by, we can go create, label, just click there. Check by, add the parameter value, apply and OK. Let's create another one. Go back to your top ribbon, label, hit drawn by. You'll just scroll down, drawn by, add the parameter, apply and OK. And let's just align it, drag it into place. And let's quickly create our size. Scale. So just look for scale and then add the parameter, apply and OK. Okay, that's a bit too big, so let's change that to the 2.5. We can edit the label, sample value, we can change it to scale. Okay, and then it'll show scale. So let's create our last one, label, drawing size, page size. I believe this should be text. Just close that. So let's hit TX and then just A1. We can make this one pop a bit. So we can change it to 4.5 millimeters. There's our title block coming together. So I would like to change this to make it a bit smaller. I'm just going to go edit type, duplicate, and make it 3 millimeters. Change the text size to 3, apply and OK. Just going to highlight these other ones and also change them to 3. So if we load this into project, make sure you select your residential project, press OK. Remember to override. And there is our title block coming together, where site plan is editable because our drawing name correlates to what is happening with our view. And the drawing number, you can like A01, 101 site plan. So if we were to change that to A1003, it'll update on the drawing number as well. So let's just change that back to 101. So let's add the last few things. So let's go text as occupancy classification. As you can see 4.5 millimeters is way too high, so let's change it to 2.5, and we'll keep it as is because this will be dependent on what project you are busy with. So let's create text again. Zoning, make it 2.5, 2.5, and let's create a big text again. No, keep it 2.5. So let's go project type. So the project has not been saved. We would like to save it. Save the project. Because we have not saved our title block yet, we can just name it A1 title block and save. So let's create another last label. Create label, and we'll click there. Building name. Add the parameter, and let's change that project type. Apply. OK. So I would like to change this to 2.5. It's going to make this one 3 mil so that this pops a bit. Now it's white, so it's got edit type, duplicate, 3mm black. OK. We want the color to be black. 3mm, apply, and OK. There we have our project type. Let's just make sure that that's within our title block. And there you have your first section. So our last label, create label. Almost forgot about it. 2.5 millimeters, and select the bottom. And then we're going to go date and timestamp. Add the parameter, apply, and OK. And we'll align that. And we will just save it, load into project. Let's go to our sheet. Since we have saved it now, this one is still family 1. Let's go to our properties panel, hit drop down. You'll see the file that you have saved, the name under. You'll see that, and it will update.